Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd session on the All India PG Medical 2023 counselling brochure for NEET PG 2023. After a long wait of almost 105 plus days after the examination, we have finally got the schedule for the All India counselling, which is a start for every other counselling process across the country for NEET PG 2023. So it is a welcome thing given that we have waited for a long time, and it is possibly also a welcome thing considering the changes that have come up with the counselling. Now we will look at the schedule in the perspective of what are the changes that have happened notified from the schedule. That is one part to this entire session. The second part to the session is we know that there was a notification earlier in the month of June, on June 14th I believe, to all the states mentioning that there might be a change in the process of the counselling. In All India counselling for NEET UG, a certain set of changes have been proposed. Given that the schedule and everything flows similar to NEET UG and there are absolutely similar alignments, we also believe that the same changes might also be replicated in NEET PG because that is what was proposed as well. Some of the proposed changes have not been taken into account, but some of them might happen. So we will look at the schedule, the changes in the schedule and the possible changes in the process from the schedule. Second, we will also look at the expected changes based on what the NEET UG prospectus says. When the NEET PG prospectus comes in, if there are any changes, we will let you know, because even the UG prospectus has been modified twice within a day or two after the notification. So, first we look at the schedule. Here you see that it is online counselling allotment process for NEET 50% AAQ deemed AFMS. AFMS is under AFMS registration is under the NEET, under the All India PG Medical registration under MCC. If you are interested in AFMS, you got to register under the MCC counselling process. And you also have PG DNB seats and MDMS Diploma DNB seats for MDMS. Sorry, it is PG DNB or MDMS courses. Basically for MDMS Diploma seats or PG DNB courses, NBE Diplomas are also part of it. It is not mentioned, but you can take it. NBE Diploma will also be added to this PG DNB seats. So the whole set of seats, any MDMS Diploma All India quota seats, the PG DNB seats, deemed university seats, central institute seats or central university seats, all come under the All India counselling. AFMS registration is over here. After registering, only if you register, you will be able to participate in the offline or physical counselling in AFMC. So we'll look at the timelines. 27th to 28th, the tentative seat matrix is to be verified by the institutes. Basically, institutes only provide this data, but the seat matrix with the categories, everything will be published by MCC. Where will this be? This will be in Intra MCC, which is a portal for the institutes. What will happen on these days? On 25th of July, you will get a seat matrix saying that this has been published to institutes, because one institute or the other will definitely share it openly. So you will get that and you will get confused to how is this the official seat matrix, etc. Usually there will be minimal changes between the actual seat matrix here, because they verify and one or two seats may change. So there will be very minimal changes, but you will get a communication on 27th July. Usually once the verification seat matrix for verification is shared with the institutes. Then registration and payment. Registration and payment starts on 27th July and is up to 1st August. So this is for a period of 6 days and it is up to 12 noon only. Note here, it is up to 12 noon. Payment facility, after you register up to 12 noon till 8 PM on 1st August, you will be able to make a payment, which means you have additional 8 hours for making the payment. So once this is done, on 27th you start registering. One day after the registration, on 28th July, you will start your choice filling process. So at this time, your final seat matrix will be published. Final seat matrix in the sense, this is the final one going to be used for round 1. Very minimal changes beyond that. There will be no changes usually. So that will be published and you will start your choice filling. What time on 28th July? Wait till 9 PM on 28th July. We would suggest that even if there are in groups, there are candidates who are very anxious and put out their anxiety in groups. Don't worry, keep calm and ensure that your seat matrix will come in and choice fillings will start at some time on 28th July. There have been instances when it has started at 9 PM at night, so wait for that. And next, the choice filling will be till 2nd August till 11:55 PM, not 12 at midnight. It is 11:55 PM. There have been instances where it closed at 11:54, 11:53 and candidates have been left in lurch. So please ensure that you complete all your choices at least 1 hour prior to this August 2nd date, before the 11:55 deadline. Choice locking. What is choice locking? After you fill all your choices, you will keep saving your choices. Every time you fill your choices, you save your choices so that at least the last saved choices are available in case you log out, there is a net connectivity issue. Keep saving choices till this timeline. You will not be able to lock. Till 3 p.m. on 2nd August, the last day of choice filling, you will not be able to lock. After, as you keep on saving, you add on choices and keep saving, and after 3 p.m. you will have a lock choice button. You will click on that button, you will receive an OTP and then you can lock. Once you lock, you will not be able to unlock. That is the final submission. Or what you can do is, you keep on saving choices until 11 o'clock you can wait and then lock your choices. That is also possible. Locking starts at 3, you can do it till 11:55 p.m. 2. You confirm because you will be able to make changes till 11:55. Let us say you miss locking choices. At 11:55 you have saved a set of choices. You are doing some changes, but you have almost completed, you have saved a list of choices. No need to worry, the last saved choices are auto locked, but whatever is saved last is auto locked. So that is the process. This is the same for every round. The registration or payment or choice filling is the same for every round. And what happens after that is, after you finally, the choice locking ends, it takes 2 days for MCC to run the entire thing. It actually takes 2 hours, but they take 2 days to validate, etc. Run the entire thing, and on 5th August, they will publish a result. Prior to this, usually either on 5th August morning 10 a.m. or the previous day evening at around 5 to 6, they publish a provisional list. This provisional list is a list that will tell you that this is the allotment. In the list, if you find any discrepancies, you have filled a choice and a lower ranker has got that choice, but you did not get that choice, you got a lower preferred choice. Then you can write to MCC and tell them there is a mistake. Very rarely there will be a mistake. Sometimes there are goof ups. In that case, the provisional list will be corrected and the next day there will be a final result. 5th August by 8 p.m. or so at least, usually, or by midnight, you will have the final result. So don't be anxious, but on 5th August till 12 p.m. there have been instances. Again, after 11 p.m. the results have been released. In fact, AIMS once released it at around 11:55 exactly to keep up with the time. So 5th August, anytime the final results can be released. Till this time, don't plan your travel. You have got a provisional result here, don't plan travel because it can change. Last year it changed once, the previous year it changed once. So there will be minimal changes, but there might be a change because of other issues. So always plan your travel after the final result is published, and here you will get an allotment letter in your MCC login. So that is the process. Once you get the allotment letter, you can go and join the institute with the allotment letter and your originals. Before that, though, we come to the first change now. After 5th August, before reporting or joining, this is the usual process. After 5th August, take your allotment letter, go to the institute and join. You have how many days? 7 solid days to join, 7 days to join. Now, prior to that, you have to upload your documents on the MCC portal. This is an additional one, a new process that MCC has come up with. So this entire process is new and you have to upload your documents. What documents are required to be uploaded? It will be there in the prospectus. The prospectus will come up in 2 days to 3 days time. You wait for that and then upload the documents. Then you go to the institute. You have to go to the institute. If you wish to join and hold on to the seat, go to the institute, join, and then you have a 7-day period, which is a good number, which is actually higher because you can plan right from 5th August. You have actually 8 days to plan for travel and everything. Look at, we'll also come up with important things that you need to do before the joining, etc. That will be a very detailed session. So plan for that and then go ahead and report and join. Now this is the next new process that has come up. Verification of the joint candidates data by institutes, sharing of that data to MCC. Basically, it is, we are not entirely clear about why this process and how it works, but basically the joint candidates list here, they will automatically upload in Entra MCC that these many candidates have joined. Everybody will get an admission letter here from the institute. You will get it from the institute. Here, there is an additional verification, possibility to sort out certain issues where admission letters are not provided, and maybe MCC would share the entire list of the joint candidates list to institutes, and institutes have to verify independently that these candidates have joined, and in case they have missed out any candidate, possibly that is a reason for this particular part. This way, uploading of documents is done by candidates, we said, right? This is one process which is new, and this is another process which is another 3 days timeline for like institutes. This is for all India counselling, very clear. This is for all India counselling. States may not have these processes, that depends, and states may have a completely different process. So this is the change that has been there, and it is a long period. Usually there is a 14-day period here. This is a long timeline this time, taking at least around 27 days or 26 days if you calculate it, including the first 2 days. So basically they have extended this entire timeline to ensure that there is a proper process. Possibly we will see some benefits out of this. We'll have to wait for that too. And now we'll go to the round 2 and the changes when it comes to round 2. Okay, so round 2 starts on 17th August. So first change that you notice over here is, usually there is a gap here. After the joining, there is a 7 to 8 days gap here. So basically after you join, on 13th August is the last date of joining, right? Usually there is a 7-day gap for states to complete the counselling. But this time states may stretch it, may be conducting the counselling within these timelines itself. Around this timeline, states might even complete the counselling is what we think. We don't have the state schedule, but that is what the idea was. In fact, some of the state schedules of UG are aligning to that. So what happens is, after this last day of verification, immediately the next counselling starts. So here you can see the next day seat matrix is published, and you will be the candidates will be able to fill in choices or register right from 17th August. Fresh registration again in round 2. This is the usual process. Choice filling starts immediately the next day, and it is for another 5 days in total. And choice locking will be from 22nd August. It is the same process of choice filling and choice locking. Seat allotment is on 25th August for round 2. And again, uploading of documents by the candidate is on 26th August. This is another process. So if you have got an updated, we are not sure if you have got an upgraded seat, whether you have to upload again or not. This query will come up, but we don't know. We will just wait whether you need to upload again or not if you have already uploaded in round 1. It is a very minor issue. If you have to upload, you upload. Otherwise, you don't upload. You don't even need to ask that query at that point in time. There will be answers for that. And reporting or joining will be from 27th to 4th August. You have a 9-day period for reporting, which is a good number. There might be reasons for it too, and verification of joint candidates from 5th to 6th September. So this is round 2, pretty clear. Round 2, as usual, you will go join the institute. Now we come to round 3 and round 4. So we will start with round 3, where there are a few changes. You see that registration payment starts again immediately after the last day that you saw over there. The registration and the verification of seat matrix starts, and you have verification and payment on those 2 dates. 6th September it closes, and 7th September itself the verification of tentative seat matrix starts. Immediately the next day, like the previous round, you also have the registration and payment start, and the next day the choice filling starts and ends on 13th of September 11:55 p.m. The results are on 16th September, and uploading of documents by candidates on 17th September. Here the reporting joining ends on 25th September. Almost the third round is over by 25th September, which is approximately around 2 months from the start of the counselling. July 27 it starts. 2 months from then, on 25th September, the reporting is over. There is a verification process after that. You have 8 days for joining, nothing to complain this time. You will have ample time, because after the results, you have from 16th, 18th to 25th is 8 days. So you have actually 10 days to plan the entire travel. And we go into the 4th round. Now we come to the online stray vacancy round, where there is a change. What is the change? Online stray vacancy round for deemed university seats. For the first time, based on a Supreme Court order on 12th December 2022, deemed university seats are going to be online. No offline counseling. Good for merit. How they are going to plan in case there are seats lapsing after this is a different query. But definitely good for merit. Till they don't know what is going to happen, blocking will stop to a great extent is what we believe in. It is an absolutely wonderful thing that the courts have come up with, saying that deemed university seats can be conducted online through stray vacancy round. So basically, every seat will be available in still stray vacancy round and allotted only through MCC. Nobody else can allot as far as this counseling schedule goes. Nobody, no admission outside the process. Till any change is made to this, this is how the process is going to be. Everything will be allotted online. So if you're looking at agents, admissions, etc. on directly with the institutes, know that deemed university seats will be online. MCC only will allot. They are very transparent. You will know who was allotted, who was not allotted. Even if they block till this part, beyond that they don't know whether seats will be still, they will still be allowed to allot seats, or will there be a special stray or any other round where MCC only allots. So because it has been clearly online, that will go away. Second thing is registration. Till last year, in the stray vacancy round, there was no registration available. Stray vacancy round was after mop-up. Only those who registered for mop-up were eligible for the stray vacancy round. So this is another change that is expected. There is fresh registration in the stray vacancy round, fresh choice filling in the stray vacancy round. All rounds till mop-up always had fresh choice filling, but in stray vacancy round there is fresh choice filling, and then reporting or joining is this is the end of the entire counseling process. Now you will get the results and then reporting and joining. By 10th October, the counseling process is expected to complete, basically around 2.5 months of counseling that is going to happen till the last day. Now beyond this, what will happen? Don't even look at it. If there is a special stray vacancy round, the rules are going to be very, very strict. If you are allotted, you have to join, and you can't rely on a special stray vacancy round because there might not be many seats, and there might not be many seats given that there are changes in processes. But take a decision on that while you are attending each of the rounds on whether there will be seats available, if at all there is a special stray vacancy round. As of now, assume that this is the process, no further rounds. So this is pretty clear, and we have taken you through this. Now within this process, there are quite a few changes. We will be looking at the changes as far as this process goes, and what are the changes, how are we deriving these changes? Like we have been mentioning, it is a pretty difficult thing for us to, in terms of giving you information even before actual information is available. Many YouTube channels have already started looking at NEET UG data, what are the expected changes. We waited for this, one for the schedule. At least the schedule should be similarly aligned so that we know that these are the changes that are going to happen. Second, we know a lot of areas which are still unclear even with the NEET UG prospectus. The prospectus of NEET UG information brochure was modified twice in the last one day. So today we had two versions of the brochure with changes. So we do not want to confuse, but we will tell you the major changes. Looking at the schedule, we will know what are the major ones that at least MCC is looking at. We also have the earlier notification on this. Now, first changes, we will start with the changes. The first change is uploading of documents is required. When is it required? Uploading of documents? It is required after allotment. All India never asks for any document upload during the registration process. You don't need it. Usually they ask only at the time of joining. But as a process now, uploading of documents in the MCC portal, using your login, you have to upload the documents. Candidate has to upload. Earlier what used to happen? The institute you go, they will get all your originals, have your originals, check it, and then confirm or upload that it is available, and then they will get you the admission letter. But you have to upload now and then go to the institute anyways for joining. So this uploading of documents is a new process. Second, verification of documents is a new process. Verification of joined candidates is a new process. This is possibly just to ensure that every candidate knows that whether they have been joined or not, or in case there are issues, to ensure that they are corrected by the institute. There used to be issues where institutes don't enter the candidates information in the intra-MCC portal. They end up not joined even though they have completed the process because it is an institute mistake. Possibly this is towards that, which is a good move. We will wait for confirmation on whether it is towards that or is there any other data sharing that is required. So these two are basic process related changes that have come up in the entire counseling. And now we look at round wise which are the major changes. Round 1 is absolutely similar, no issues. Round 1, the free exit process, everything should be absolutely similar. Round 2, again we are emphasizing this is based on UG that we are looking at. Round 2, till last year, after joined a round 2 seat, that was the final seat in 2022. Now this is not there, this rule is not there. After joining a round 2 seat, two things are possible now. Last year, final seat, you won't be allotted in any state counseling, you won't be allotted in, you can't resign, penalty I am ready to pay, not possible. This is the final seat of the entire admission process. This was last year. Now, as per the UG prospectus, after joining a round 2 seat, you have two options. You can resign the seat and attend mop-up. I'm really sorry. Round 3 with fresh registration. Round 3 is nothing but another term used for mop-up. Always ZyNerd as round 3. Or join the round 2 seat. After joining, upgrade in mop-up. That is possible now based on NEET UG prospectus. So what was not possible? Joined a round 2 seat, that was a final seat. Now you can join a round 2 seat, resign within a timeline. There will be a timeline provided. Within that timeline you can resign, and round 3 fresh registration, repayment of security deposit. You pay the security deposit again, you will be able to attend mop-up. You join the round 2 seat and continue an upgrade in mop-up. This is a very major change, which means candidates who were earlier worried about what will happen in round 2, whether I should go for mop-up or not, you can join, upgrade in mop-up. Okay, don't bring in state at all here because state rules have not come up. We will come up with a session when state rules are out. So these are the major changes in round 2. What do you need to do for this? If you are joining and opting for upgradation, till last year only in round 1 you will provide willingness. You have to provide willingness for upgradation in the round 2 institute. Don't miss that out. You go to the round 1 and round 2 institute, ensure that you provide willingness for upgradation. That is a requirement for upgradation in mop-up. So you will hold on to your round 2 seat, go to mop-up. In mop-up, if you get a better seat from your choices, fresh choice filling there, better seat from your choices, you will get that seat. If you don't get a better seat, you will still keep on to the round 2 seat. So the risk of round 2 joining has now moved to another round. Okay. So now that is the first part 2 as far as round 2 is concerned. Second one is mop-up. I will erase this. It is not mop-up from now on. It is round 3 from now on. It is called round 3 from now on. And so what is the round 3 rule that has changed? Sorry, okay, so here any candidate who is allotted is out of stray vacancy. So basically, we will explain this. Last time also it was like this. Basically, if a candidate was allotted in round 3 or last year's mop-up, they were out of stray vacancy. Whether they joined or not is not an issue. But they were out of stray vacancy. But what happens now is, usually at the end of round 2, wherever the end is, basically you are ending your counseling in a particular thing, right? Here if you join, that is the end of the counseling for you. You are not allowed for upgradation. In the last round, where upgradation is not allowed, there was a possibility of not joining and going on to the next round, correct? In round 2 last year, if you did not join the seat, it is not the final seat. You can go to mop-up and attend. But in this year, in round 3, till round 3, upgradation is allowed. And if you don't upgrade, what will you hold? Your round 2 seat. Correct? You will hold your round 2 seat. you may not be able to go to stray. We will have to wait for that. So be very aware of that. Allotted or out of stray round, cannot resign. So basically, once you are into round 3, possibly when you are holding a seat, you might not have an option, and possibly if you are allotted, and basically if you are allotted also, you are out of stray round. So round 3 is very critical this year. Some might say that round 3 is the new round 2. Wait for that. There are 1 or 2 minor changes, especially saying that you can't resign and go on to the next round. You're allotted, you're out, which is not the case in round 2 last year. Hope this is very clear. And if not too, we will run sessions including scenarios in detail to explain that to you. And now we come to stray round. Stray round deemed is online. We already know that deemed is online. R3 allotted or joined not eligible, which we already know. So these are the usual rules in stray 2. So this was there already too. Deemed as online, which is a new change this year. Fresh registration is possible in stray. What is possible? Fresh registration is possible. So here, let us say you did not register in round 2, round 1, etc. You can come back and register fresh in stray. If you are not allotted in mop-up, you can participate in stray. If you did not register, if you haven't even thought about the counselling, you can come back and register in stray based on the seats that are available, and fresh choice filling in stray. So your choice filling is also fresh, and you will be able to fill in fresh choices. Anybody who fill choices in round 3 and not allotted, those alone will be eligible, right? So for them it is fresh choice filling. Anybody who is freshly who registers fresh, for them too it is fresh choice filling. And first time there is a clause. This is again a big clause. Debarment for 1 year if allotted in stray and did not join. So if you are while filling choices here, if you are not going to join that choice, know that you will attend 2 years NEET 2 years later. Will MCC implement it? Yes, they will. So basically 47 candidates have lost eligibility when the same clause was there in special stray. Many candidates went ahead and just like that filled in choices. Unfortunate for them, they could have taken a better decision. 47 of them applied now. Out of 127 who did not join, 47 applied now, and they are part of the debarred list. So don't take this lightly. They will ask you multiple confirmations before you fill in your choices. If you are allotted in stray round and you don't join, you will be debarred from the next NEET. 1 year is what they have modified it to now. Earlier it was mentioned 2 years. Today NEET UG has been modified to 1 year. Look for this clause, and if this clause exists, be very clear about it. What will be the impact of this entire thing? Wait, we will come back through another session. As of now, these are the changes that are going to be there. Now, also we will be looking at one minor thing as far as NRIs and OCIs are concerned. OCIs now are eligible for general seats as well. Basically, all India quota seats or all India quota seats are all India seats, or even OCIs are eligible for management quota seats in deemed universities. Both OCIs are eligible for. Earlier they were only eligible for NRI seats. Now basis the Supreme Court decision on February 4th, 2022, they are eligible for February 8th or something 2022, they are eligible for those seats. NRIs, there might be a small thing. Usually they mention that Jain minority or Muslim minority quota seats you are not eligible for. This time they have added SC, ST, EWS in that you are not eligible for these seats in the prospectus in NEET UG. Wait for the PG prospectus. If this is going to be an issue, we don't know, but they have consciously added that. Previously they used to allow eligibility, but this might be a problem. NRIs, so these are the two changes. Otherwise, what we are now telling is this is the change. Complete set of something that we don't have now. What is that we don't have now? We don't have, one thing we don't have now is state rules. What we don't have? State rules are not available. Available for 5 or 6 states, but whether there is going to be a change to align this all to this all India round one, all India rules of 3 rounds, etc. Like state R2 to state mop-up, will there be an upgradation? State R2 to all India mop-up or state mop-up, will there be an upgradation? What are those rules? We don't know yet, because state has to come up with these rules, whether after joining the seat, whether you can resign or not. It should be similar to all India. We expect that it will be similar, but wait for those rules. But one thing that is very clear, every candidate is asking us, all India round 1, if I join a seat, will I be able to fill choices for state and join the state round 1 seat? Yes, very much possible. That will never change. Otherwise, there will be no upgradation at all. So, all India round 1, even after you join, you will be given a timeline. Before the all India round 2 starts, you will be given a timeline. By that time, state round 1 results will also come. That is the entire purpose of this change. Your state round 1 results should come in parallel at least, so that you take decisions. So, don't need to worry about it. If there are timeline related challenges, we will take it up later. Anytime you can resign your all India round 1 seat and go and join your state round 1 seat till that deadline. So, don't need to worry about this part. The rest of it on state rules, there are only 5 states which are published. The rest of it will be publishing in due course of time, and then we will take it up. So, that is pretty much from us. We will be going through every process in detail throughout the counselling. We will also be updating the data in ZyNerd. We have got the data of fees, type and bond, etc. and institute level information. We will be updating that. You will have seat matrix based choice filling and a lot of features that are coming up. All the best for your counselling. We will be there till the end of the counselling to support you. All the best.